regardless.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday, y'all. Herbal Tea Thursday.
We're
It's our
here.
wellness live series, y'all. It's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Giovanni, and I help those with endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome reduce chronic pain, eliminate stress, and minimize irregular or heavy periods through my M to the third degree healing empowerment formula, mindset, mindful eating, movement. What's up, Shireen?
What up, Giovanni? Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode, show, Thursday, Herbal Tea Thursday. It is your girl, Shereen Simon from blackprint.com, as well as the host of Voices and Vibes podcast and the owner of Perspective Studio Productions. And we are just out here lifting the voice of businesses, just out here supporting the community. That is what we do. And Giovanni, how you feeling today, girl? How's your week going?
Girl, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really, really good. It has been a productive day, a day of overcoming obstacles, getting some clarity, and finding ways to serve. I like that you talked about us serving the community. So it's definitely been a day of service and meeting new people and vibing. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about this thing called life. I'm grateful to take it one day at a time, but I am so grateful for love. I'm so grateful for support, but I'm just grateful for the good vibes, all the good energy. So I'm excited about that. Yo, Shereen, yesterday,
Tell me, girl.
episode 48 dropped of the Empower Place Empower
Ooh, girl,
Lives
you are almost at
podcast.
50, girl. You are almost at 50.
Girl, I am almost at 50. I am
Hmm.
definitely almost at 50, and I'm so excited about it because episode 50 is going to really hit in regards to our topic today about being organized. And it's this one day planner. And I'm so excited about this conversation today. But check us in, check us in, check us in, check us
All right.
in.
All right. Well, we got three, but I'm only going with one because we came on so late. And
I got you.
the very first one is one thing you would like others to know about you.
One thing I would like others to know about me.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would like others to know about me is I like to be handled a certain way. And I realized that I like to be handled a certain way when I really started getting intentional about self care, self love, self respect, establishing boundaries. And then it was just like, you have to show people how you want to be treated. And it was like, it
Mm-hmm.
goes deeper than just being treated, it's also how you want to be handled. You know what I mean? And so I don't want anybody to fumble me, and I want to be treated right. But I love that. I like for people to be mindful on how they handle me as I level up my wellness journey and and being intentional and just this insight I got. So that was the first thing that came to mind is watch how you handle me. I like that.
So,
I want to be handled in the right way.
what does handle mean, Giovanni? Because I don't.
Handle is like a way of being like mindful of someone, like being like, I know you're valuable. I know you're someone that you're human. So it's like being mindful of how you treat somebody else,
Okay.
but doing it with care. So it's more than just treatment, it's how you actually value them and appreciate them as well. And so it kind of brings in that respect and acknowledging boundaries and just being mindful. I think that's what it is. Instead of like how you treat somebody, how you're mindful of someone. I think that's like how to be handled with
Yeah.
care, like the nice packages say.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I guess it's more like if I was to interpret it, it's more of, well, you did say being mindful, right? But being
Hmm.
conscious, and that would be mindful, but being
Yes.
very conscious and aware because you do respect those boundaries. So you're very conscious
Mhm.
of something that maybe someone said, hey, I don't like when you do this, then you don't take offense to it, but you acknowledge what might have made that person feel uncomfortable. And then you're like,
Right.
hey, I wasn't even coming from that place of intention. So you are more mindful of how you treat
You
them, but
articulate that.
you're aware of how that makes them feel, right?
Agreed. Or
Hmm.
caring how it might make them feel, even if you don't know how it'll make them feel. Caring
No,
about
but
how it will make them feel.
yeah, you care exactly. But if they've already said, I don't like this, you already know because you heard. So it's whether you were listening, either you heard it, like, were you listening? Did you hear? Or did you not? Or did you just take? Because if when you
Right.
get caught up in your defensiveness, you're not actually actively listening to the other person. Whereas if you take a moment to say, let me take my emotion out of it so I can hear their emotion, so I can listen to their emotion, and then I can be aware of, hey, that wasn't the intention. I was joking. No, okay, put the joke to the side so you can actually respect the person a bit better. So I get it. I get it. And hey, sports sense. So for me, one
Can,
thing,
can you hear me pretty good, Shereen?
no, it's not as good as it just was a minute ago.
Okay.
It was better without the headphones because now you sound like
No,
you're in a
no, the
tunnel.
headphones just left me. I just took them out. That's what I was in the whole time.
Oh shoot. Okay, okay, that was. Then you know what? Let me put up my volume.
But it's okay. Go ahead and tell me what you were thinking. Go ahead and
Yeah,
answer
yeah, I
your
put up my
question.
volume, so it's good. One thing I would like others to know about me. I mean, I really liked your response. I guess I'm paying attention.
Mm.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, you guys can hear her. People are saying I can hear her. I can hear her. Yeah, she was.
Okay,
It was.
good. Thank y'all.
Yeah, yeah, they can
What's
hear
up,
her. Yeah.
Nayetta? Oh, shoot.
So
I
one
can't
thing.
see.
Oh, it just says I can hear. Oh, but you could see because you just responded to them.
What's up, Sports Sense?
Yeah. So for me, Giovanni, one thing that I would like other people to know is I'm paying attention. So I'm paying
Mm,
attention to even if I'm not responding or I'm not saying anything, I'm actually paying attention to that treatment as well.
mm,
Right? I will be thinking about when is the best time for me to respond to something. And I won't always say what, because it might be taking me away from whatever my prime goal is, but I am definitely paying attention. So when I do address it, it's not that I held on, is that I chose the right time. So I'm always paying attention. I might smile, I might not say nothing, but I am definitely aware and I'm paying attention. Right. And it's not just paying attention to the treatment of me. I'm paying attention to the words that you say. So I'm
mm.
truly like paying attention. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely spend time observing. Yeah. So I'm
I
paying
like
attention.
that. And you're also somebody who like picks up on energy very well too.
Absolutely.
Whether that's in like the same physical space or not. But y'all, if you haven't already and you're tuned in on Facebook, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channels. All right, Black Parent Calm, for Vibrations. Make sure you come over and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe, hit the like button, and make sure you at least give us one comment telling us something that you learned or something
Hmm.
that was a highlight of the show that you was like, ooh, I resonated with that. You might have
Hmm.
already knew about it, but it resonated with you. So please make sure that you are subscribed and following. This is where our Shireen's behind the scenes, my lifestyle post of me on my raw journey. Y'all, it's the day 144 on my high raw journey. And today I tried this no chicken salad
We're going to,
made out
yeah.
of flax seeds and walnuts. So
Okay.
that's what it's on. Oh, what we drinking?
I didn't forget. I was just waiting, girl. I was just
What we
waiting.
drinking? But y'all,
So
Empire Plates
I,
Empire Lives podcast is on the channel too. Shireen's video version of the podcast is on there as well. So make sure y'all subscribe to our channels. Let's go.
so I am drinking two things actually. peppermint tea. I just went out and made sure today I had a drink. I'm not putting it in a cup for anything. I paid for this cup. I'm gonna use this cup. And I am also drinking a small coffee on the side. So we got a little herbal tea, and I tried to reduce my coffee intake by making small coffees, taking a small coffee. I'm not going to stop drinking coffee, but
You
my
tried or you did?
no, not try. I do reduce my amount by drinking by taking a small coffee.
I
But
love
I'm
it.
drinking a large coffee, a large peppermint tea, black. Nothing in it, baby. Nothing in it.
So I
How
had
about yourself?
ashwagandha tea. That was my herbal
Okay.
tea today, and it's all gone. And so
Okay.
what I have now is some alkaline water.
I
That's what I
hear that,
have. Come on,
girl.
let's toast it up, Shireen.
Cheers, 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 and cheers to anybody else that is drinking any tea. And if
What
you
y'all
got
got
any,
in your
let us
cup?
know what you are also drinking in the comments so we can like big you up. But Giovanni, we've been talking about how the week started and or how the week is. And the topic this week is really about like, are you organized to win? And I just feel like since we came back, I'm gonna take a sip. Since we came
That
back,
is the topic for today. That is the topic for today.
yeah, since we came back, there's just so much that I am focused on that sometimes I feel a little scattered. Even though I got the to dos, even though I got the goals, the top goals, um, it's like this month seems like it's the prep before we get into the holidays. And for me, in my inbox, I'm getting emails of like, it's the perfect time to get ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which it is. Most people already have that plan going, right? So the marketing materials from all the platforms are coming out. Are you ready, prepared? This is where you set it up. So it's like, did you look at your inventory? If you're selling product, and it's like really where you start going into what your end of third quarter and fourth quarter will be. But in this month, I feel like it's my setup month. So I feel like I have to do so much execution to prepare me to be successful for the tail end of the year financially. Um, and sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm that organized. But one thing I did realize this morning, when I dropped in the chat that this is what I that's on my mind is I got a little bit of organization in the household where I've like said I need everybody to take their turn and do this. So it's not just like either not getting done or on one person and no one feels overwhelmed, but on the business side, I have all the notebooks. I got like two notebooks, notes in front of me, and that's why I moved the camera to be over on the bar today. But I still feel a little overwhelmed and trying to get organized. And yes, I'm using the word trying
I
to get
like that,
organized.
Shireen.
Yeah.
And I like that you said you're starting to feel overwhelmed. One, a sense of feeling overwhelmed is a sign that you're not as organized as you would like to be. So I like
Hmm.
feeling overwhelmed. I would also say an emotion that I would feel is slight anxiety,
Hmm.
and not necessarily prepared. I would feel
Hmm.
those emotions as well when I am lacking. Um, you said scatterbrained. I agree with you. I would
Oh,
be a little scatterbrained all over the place, not quite sure what I should be doing, and then just start doing something, and it's not even the thing that needed to be the high priority of what really needed to get done. And so that is another sign or feeling of not being organized. And so I too understand that feeling. And I don't know if anybody else, y'all can let us know in the chat if you've ever felt like you weren't organized and what that feeling made you feel. Like, what Like, what did you
Mhm.
experience when you felt like, you know what, I'm not as organized as I think I am, or I'm not as organized as I know I should be, or I could be. Because some people, Shireen, don't even have organizational skills. And I know that's a big thing. With teaching, children or young
Mhm.
adults, as being organized, so that way when they are our age, and when they are professionals, and when they are entrepreneurs, and when they do want to prioritize their health and their well-being, they know how to make sure they schedule in that time for themselves. Because if
Yeah.
you're more organized, you're going to make sure you have the time for you. You're going to make sure you have the time to move. You're going to make sure you have the time to eat. You're going to make sure you have the time to be still. You're going to make sure you have the
Mhm.
time to get your moving and grooving on. And so when you're organized, you get to show up more for yourself and get more out of your day,
Mhm.
that you absolutely deserve. And so I get you with feeling like that. But I just want to know if anybody out there, what does it look like when you feel like you're not as organized as you could be? What does it look like? What does it feel like? I'm just curious.
Well, before I read Nayetta's comment, you said, or even make sure you eat. Like today and some other day this week, I was like, wait, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. I have not ate yet. Let me get a salad, right? Like when I feel my energy going down and I'm like, wait, what time is it? Oh, my energy is going down. I haven't ate. And I purposely didn't eat because I had like a dentist appointment first thing in the morning. Right. So I just brushed. I'm coming to you, dentist. You're getting clean breath, clean everything, besides a glass of water. But it took until like 3 p.m. for me to realize I had nothing as yet. And so Nayetta says, yes, I felt like a failure and like life was all over the place. The kids were more emotional as well. And Shoot said,
Wait a minute, Shireen,
oh,
before we get to all shoot. Like
yeah,
Nayetta, I feel you on that. And that's a big part that you
mhm,
brought in. Like you said, your kids were emotional as well.
the
People
household. Yeah,
feel the energy when you're unorganized and disorganized and you're feeling the sense of failure. That
100.
vibe, that energy goes on to everybody else because they're like, okay, what is going on? Hold on, this is too much. Like your disorganization and chaos makes other people feel like, whoa, I don't know where you're going, what you're doing. How do I help you? Hold on, pause, wait a minute. Like I had that experience today, just like getting help, like with my classroom and my bulletin board. And it's just like when you are all over the place, everyone can feel that energy too. And so it's not really always just about you being organized so you can show up, but it's also how you make other people feel around you and doing the things that you do,
100.
when you're not organized and not together. But go ahead, Shireen. I just wanted to say something on
No,
that. Thank
no,
you for sharing, Nayetta.
thank you, Nayet. It absolutely makes sense. Like that's why I said it took me this morning to realize, well, wait a minute. I on the weekend I said to the family in the household, if everybody takes turns doing this, it takes a little of the pressure off of me. And so that part is organized. The household is good. And it's not even like the business is like completely chaotic or anything like that. It's busy. And to be honest, I actually started the month or ended July saying, I want August, like I manifested Kames. That's what we say in the Caribbean. And Ashut said is chaotic, but I said I want this month to be so busy that like it's out of control so that next month I have to hire somebody, right? And I'm kind of feeling it a little bit, but Shoot said chaotic and scattered, and I don't feel productive at all. Yeah, and I get that. I'm not saying that's where I'm at, but man, I get that. That's scattered.
I appreciate that. Shoot, chaotic and scatter. I don't feel
Mhm.
productive as
At
at
all,
all. When you
at
don't feel
all.
productive, what does that look like for you? Like when you don't feel productive, what does that look like? Because for Nayetta, it sounded like she felt like she was a failure. So
Yeah.
I'll shoot. What does that look like for you when you're not productive at all? Like what is that? How does that look? Like how does that correspond to life? And then Shireen, I and just on the outside looking in, I feel like you've had a lot going on and you've been being intentional with a lot in regards to the business. So it's a lot to do, and it's just you don't want that to get away from you. And so I think because you're aware of there's a lot going on and there's so much that you want to get done, it's like I still want to be in control of this thing, and I don't want those things to control me. And I feel like that's when we get our power back, y'all. Like when we actually start saying like, you know what, this is what I need to do, here's my list, whatever your way of getting organized. And y'all can, I'd say, share that in the comments. What are some ways that help you get organized? Let's go from the feelings and what it looks like and all of that stuff when you're unorganized and things feel chaotic and you feel like a failure. What does it look like when you
Mhm.
are organized? How do you get organized yourself, and how does it make you feel? And
Yeah.
so
Oh, we
um
got a few here.
I would just say I feel more powerful. I feel more powerful.
Once
Go
you're
ahead.
organized. No, 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 that's cool. So we have Offshoot saying like time not well spent and feeling down when
Mm,
she's feeling scattered and chaotic and like it's an emotional decline. And
mm.
we have Nayeta saying like, oh, the comments are coming in so fast. We got Nayeta
You got
saying
this.
yeah, and it's only you in the business ring. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For now, right? And
Mm-hmm.
take a minute, breathe, reset. Calendars, to-do list, five reminders for each appointment. Can we talk about the reminders?
I love that,
Can we talk
Nayetta.
about
I
the
love that.
reminders?
I do the same thing when I put it into my calendar. I always
Yeah,
set it. It'll be like 1 week, 3 days before, 1 day before, 2 hours before. Like I
listen.
used to set it that way when I worked on my phone calendar. But when I started using the Google Calendar to help run the business,
Yeah,
they don't align, they don't match. I don't set them the way I used to. But I like that. And I'll probably start doing my tasks, my personal tasks that way to do that. So I love the 5 reminders in
well,
regards to
I
that
don't
and
think
the list.
5 reminders. I feel like so she said 3 days out, 1 day out, one
Mm-hmm.
hour out.
Yep.
For
See,
me,
that's me.
yeah, for me, 1 hour. Like, give me the hour or the half an hour because I have multiple things happening in a day. I can't have my phone pinging me for the reminder on Thursday or Tuesday. And like, I got two other appointments today. I can't have my phone pinging me about 7 o'clock and eight. Like, give me the hour before. If not, it's going to become a distraction. But I
Mm.
also kind of want to talk about the midway. So, like, I feel like we are talking about the extreme disorganization because I don't feel like that's what I'm actually talking about. I know that's not what I'm talking about because, if I go back to Nayeta's comment here, calendars, the to-do list before the 5 reminders, I got the calendars, I got the to-do lists. We are doing in my coaching thing, we are doing hyper focused on like three specific goals. It's like 3 to 5 goals, but like in this month, right? So, and then there's like the meditation and writing all the things that you need to do in order to accomplish. So the funny thing is, um, that's kind of what I did when I was working at corporate for like our product management. Like when we're about to build something, we would create and we would do it in like it's like project management, but it's called agile when you're building product. And so if we were building a new function or a new feature in the website, we would call it an epic. And that epic is basically tells the whole story. I want to build a new checkout. So for me, I want to implement a new piece of hardware in the studio. And then, or I want to produce a show because that's actually one of the things I'm working on this month is producing a show. But then we would create all the things that need to happen to get that show out. And I'm trying to produce a pilot show. And so it's like, we call them stories. What are all the stories that I need to create? So this week, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to how I worked in corporate because I am accustomed to working on multiple things at the same time. And so that part doesn't make me razzle. That's why I said I don't feel completely chaotic, but there is a lot going on. I'm still in the process of like learning a lot, but I need to and I think it comes down to time, like having the time to sit there and go, okay, what are all the things I need for this? What are all the things I need for this? And then you obviously are prioritizing so you can get to that goal, right? And then it's like, do I really need to do this? No, not today, or no, not this week. But unless it's something fine, yes, I need to get to the bank. Yes, I need to send out that invoice. Yes, I need to pay that bill. So there's a midway point, and when we talk about solutions for it, sometimes it's just like I kind of need a day just to sit and write everything out and get organized in whatever systems so that I can execute the next day. Because sometimes some tasks are taking much longer than other tasks. So even if I have some of the list written out, which I have because in my coaching call, that's been some of the homework, right? So I'm like on point with the homework, but I still need a whole freaking day. And that is like, where do I get that extra day? And we have some comments
I think
here.
you make that time. I think you make the time to make the time. And what came to mind when you were talking about it is I remember when I was in a boot camp and Marquell Russell was telling me that I don't value time because I don't
Mm,
own all the things that I'm doing when I say I'm doing it. So when you map out your day and you're saying these are the things that I'm gonna do, and you're putting it all down, you got your day. You know, there's a 1 o'clock in every day. You know, there's a 2 o'clock in every day. Like really getting serious about what you're gonna do as soon as you wake up, writing it all out, and being
mm-hmm,
intentional about all those things. That's when you know that you actually value time. You don't value time if you just wing it and you just do whatever and it's going to flow wherever it's going to
mm-hmm.
flow. And so that's what kind of came to mind when you said that. But it's okay to know that you need time to figure out what to do with your time. You just have to create
Absolutely.
that time because you everyone
Girl.
gets the same amount of time in the day. And
Yeah.
then it's kind of like you already said you started it. So you started it. So does it feel good to know that you did it the night before so you know what you need to do the next day? But I think that is what I believe um that you should do. Like even when you're
Mm,
about to do something that you know is a waste of time. And I don't want to say things are a waste of time because like even watching TV, I don't do it very often at all. And I
mhm.
think because we're in this space where we're really getting stuff going. I know you get into your power, but it's kind of like allowing you to
Power's
unplug
off
and just
season.
give.
Don't come for my power. Power
I'm
is off
not. I'm not.
season.
I'm not because I used to watch it back in the day. I don't know how many seasons I got through and then I was done. But it's just getting to a point of realizing some of the things that you're doing that is not really worth your time. That could be
Mhm.
the time that you could be owning that you say you need that you feel like you don't get enough of.
Girl.
But I love that you are starting the work. You're getting the reps in, doing the things that you already know that's somewhat working because you're being held accountable and challenged to change in that area. And I think
Mhm.
that's just where you can just continue to build on. And it's not going to happen overnight. So anybody that's listening,
Yeah.
you want to get better with it, even when it comes to utilizing a planner, like that takes time to be consistent with it and knowing even how to utilize it, how to um use the tools that are available for you just to be intentional and knowing how you want to show up. All of that takes time just to think about it. And so remember that time is just the most valuable resource that you have. It's not money, it's time because you can't get time back. And so
Yep.
I think overall with this conversation about organizing to win, it's for you to realize that time is your most valuable resource and you can win and you can let it go one day at a time. Y'all, it's this one day planner that I got and I absolutely love the focal points in the planner and I'm excited about getting ready to use it. So hopefully time passes by and you'll see that I'm able to evolve with my valuing of time, but really executing your goals. And that's what it all breaks down. 90 days with the 1 day planner is beautiful. I love it. And it's actually going to be one of my, I think you can get 10% off. Use the code vibrations with the 1 day planner. You can get 10 percent off. But I'll put that link in the description of my video. But that is going to be the 50th episode, talking about this 1 day planner.
So Giovanni, and hey Nina from Ontario. I'm
What's
actually
up,
in Toronto.
Nina?
I'm actually in Toronto, Ontario as well, Nina, the Canadian. So we got two Canadians out here. But it's funny because I opened up 12-year work week or something like that again. And I actually brought the booklet with me to write things down. But I want to ask you, because you're giving all this advice to me, but things are changing in your lifestyle as well. So how is things? Like, I saw a text, I'm a little behind on this. Like, how are you doing? How are you also doing in this?
I think
Like,
it's a new season.
yeah.
For me, it's a lot of different things. New spaces, new people, new roles. As well as breaking the seal off of not scheduling content. I think I went 3 weeks without scheduling content, and I was okay with it. At first, it didn't feel good because it's that consistency is the cheat code. And so when you're
Hmm.
consistently feeding the algorithm, you're showing up for people in spaces. And I picked up a lot of momentum. A lot of people wanted to be a guest on the podcast, and everyone was enjoying the clips and getting excited about the conversations that I was having with guests and their journey. So I was really picking up that momentum, and it felt good. But um life was just life, and I wasn't scheduling, and I was okay with that. And now that work is picking back up and it's all new roles and different things, I it's not necessarily the organization as much as it is of just
The new,
embracing the newness and
the
figuring
new.
out what it all is. It's like being introduced to something, being aware of the concept. So then
Yeah.
that way I can figure out how to do the things that I need to do, which is why I'm really excited about the 1 day planner. And I'm really excited about even tomorrow coming back and getting a better idea of what it looks like before students come back next week. And so it's just 1 day at a time, just like that planner, 1 day at a time, and just showing up, being optimistic, and realizing that it's a journey. And I'm
Yeah.
going to have to crawl before I walk and walk before I run. And I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, zoning on the word new, because with something new takes time before you can kind of get into like your zone of things and that groove of things. You might get like one thing and you got it, you figured it out, and you're going, and then you throw something else new. So there's a little bit of that, take a step back and then propel yourself. Or, they pull back the arrow and then it's the same thing, right? So with the new comes a little bit of time to just get the swing of things. And I feel like this part for me is, well, it's all new. It is definitely all new for me. Um, I'm a software person, right? I am a techie software person, and now I am becoming a techie hardware person. So there is the new, and then once those things get a bit understood, then it's like you can go forward. So if somebody else is experiencing something new, don't be too hard on yourself, because you got to give yourself time to get kind of comfortable with the groove of things, right? As you're learning. Nayeta is asking more questions in regards to like your numbers when you stopped posting. I don't know. You don't have to go deep into
I
that.
did. I definitely
Yeah.
did see slightly. I didn't go deep into my analytics, not yet, but I definitely saw just
Yeah.
even getting into my scheduler and seeing the numbers kind of go down just a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
because I was really picking up subscribers, picking up momentum,
Yeah.
and then once it stopped, it really wasn't there. I still like slowly got a few subscribers. YouTube is the
Yeah.
platform that I'm focused on, but TikTok, there always was like one or three. Or two, and so every now and then, because I would still post some of my lifestyle, like my raw journey, or me and Spencer just finished walking, getting our moving and grooving on, and so I saw a slight decline in that, even with the content, but I didn't do a deep
Yeah.
dive into analytics to see. But I'm still okay with that, and I think
Yeah.
because you and other people constantly remind me that my business isn't just an online business where I'm only going to get people that
Yep.
I'm able to serve and help through social media. And so that helped me not feel overwhelmed about not having things scheduled. And so I thank you, Nayetta, for that, and my accountability group, and my support system for letting me know that it's bigger than social media. And so I'm not here
Definitely.
to be a social media healthy habits and lifestyle coach. I'm here to help people who see me and my message resonates with them and I'm relatable to them, and they want to reduce that chronic pain, eliminate that stress, and minimize their irregular or heavy periods the holistic way.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say, even people that have huge numbers, like sometimes those huge numbers don't convert. They don't always equate to dollars, right? So you can have all the followers, right? So we want all the followers. Somebody and I were looking at somebody else's numbers, not just their views. They posted something and it was huge. But then I was like, well, I don't see an increase in their subscriber. They already have a lot of subscribers. But you constantly hear other people talk about it doesn't, I mean, it will eventually when you get to like monetization or the criteria to qualify for that, all of that jazz there. Like I'm not even going down that path, but a lot of people talk about followers do not equate to dollars. I know
They
tons of,
don't.
I know tons of people that have over how many hundreds of thousands of people following them. They have on multiple platforms, and it does not equate to dollars, right?
And I'm definitely okay. I'm definitely
Yeah,
okay with that. I
not
just
all the
want to
time.
make
Yeah,
sure that I attract the right audience. You know,
yeah,
my target
yeah,
audience hears me and sees me,
yeah.
and
But
that's what matters most.
the one thing you said about TikTok, what I noticed with TikTok though, sometimes when you're not posting, that's when they start pushing you even more to entice you to post. So, sometimes it actually works. You like you said, you get the one, you get the two, you get the one, you get the two, but sometimes they push you and then they start pushing out recommendations as well for you to do. So I noticed that in my algorithm as well. Yeah.
I've seen that before. I've seen like people, their content come up, and it was like a month ago or like weeks ago, and I'm like, that wasn't out there. What's this? What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I feel you on that. Or I say, yo,
Mhm.
I just saw your TikTok video. I did that like 2 months ago in May, and I'm like, oh, I haven't posted in a while, and I was like, okay. So I think you're right about
Yeah.
TikTok.
Girl, you're actually right. I have seen a lot of older posts, and I think it's because I haven't been on social media. So I'll open it up, and all of a sudden I've seen like tons of things, and I'm like, when was this? And it's like February. So they're still
But I'll be
doing
like
stuff.
May,
Yeah,
June. I'm like, but it's July. What is happening right now? But
it's
yeah, I
August.
feel
It's
you.
August. Yeah.
But you
So
know what,
actually,
Shireen, and to get back towards like organization, the thing
mhm,
that I love the most about what we're doing and content and putting things out there, especially when it comes to both of us being podcast hosts, is that when we create the content, it's out there forever. You know,
yeah,
and
evergreen,
whenever
baby.
that person needs to see it, resonate with it, that's when it's going to show up for them. That's when they're going to search and they're going to see our podcast episode, or they're going to see this clip. They're going to see that it's possible to eat something good that's good for you. They're going to see something that they might be curious about. They're going to see a Black Caribbean Canadian person out there being a podcast studio owner, but creating content and putting on shows, and they're going to be able to resonate with us whenever they see the things that we put out there, because we're intentional about creating content that's empowering. Um,
Yeah,
and so I love that we've at least have enough organization to create, to put something out there that could leave a legacy and actually help other people. And so I just wanted
yeah.
to say that in regards to that. So y'all do your
Wait, wait.
best with organization.
I have one other thing. What?
Go ahead.
One other thing. What? Wait. How's your percentage?
Go ahead.
Okay. 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 One thing. How is everybody? Is anybody experiencing like a racing mind? Because I've been doing really good with like getting to bed a little earlier to attack the day, and it's like, what time is it? 9:20. Eastern Standard Time in the night, and I'm still up in the place, right? And I'm gonna dip as soon as this ends. But um the other night, I still went to bed at a decent time, but woke up at 3 and my brain is racing, think about all the things I need to do. So I didn't get, oh, that was last night. Didn't get back to sleep until 5. And then that threw me off. I missed my 8 o'clock call. I was like 5, 7 minutes late for my dentist appointment. So everything's kind of falling back. I mean, eventually I got here and got back on track, but how is anybody experiencing like so much in the brain that you have racing thoughts, and how are you managing that
So
besides
one,
meditating and all of that? Because I'm doing all of that. So yeah, go
well,
ahead.
one for me is
Hmm.
the one thing is first being aware of it. And so like if I'm always talking business or ideas or something like that, I would be called out on it. It's like, hey, I don't even want to talk business yet. Let's not even talk business yet. Let's not even have that a part of the conversation yet. Like it's hold on,
Okay.
and so that makes me more aware that I'm still constantly thinking about it and making things
Yeah.
happen. Um,
Yeah.
um, that's one for me. So being aware of it and being called out on it to be aware. Two,
Okay.
what helps me is that I know it's not going to happen overnight. And so no matter what all I'm thinking about, no matter what creativity, what idea, what plan, what thought, what product, what service, at the end of the day, it's going to be a process to even create it with intention. And so it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to be done tomorrow just because I thought about it today. It's not
Right.
happening today. And so
Yeah.
telling myself this is a journey and it's a process that is going to happen when it's going to happen. And I'll figure it all out when it's time to figure it all out. It doesn't have to get all figured out right now.
Right.
And
Mhm.
so it's that keeps me grounded. That's two. And then three, it's prioritizing sleep hygiene. If I know that I need to get the 7 to 9 hours and my body needs the rest,
Mhm.
then I can't sit here and be allowing my thoughts and the creativity and everything else to drive me because I have to make sure I'm mindful of me. I have to have that
Mm.
same health status and good well-being to let the creativity come to fruition when that time comes to be able to do the things that I want to do. So those would be my three things that I would say to you, Shireen, when my mind is racing and I'm all podcast, business, products, services, what I got to do, what's happening. Let me ask my AI team. Like that's what
Yeah.
I do. And then it's like, what time is it? 7 to 9 hours. I got to be up by a certain time. I got to go to bed. And then it's doing the white noise and you already say the meditation stuff, but going to sleep with something that allows me to listen and change my focus point, then allowing my mind to just keep going.
All right. So the number 1 and the number 3 are not helping me. So number 3 is not helping me. I am not stopping just because I need to catch 7 hours of sleep. I'm up
That's
going,
not
oh,
good.
no, that is not, my brain does not work like that. I will, first of all, I'm not counting my hours of sleep. As long as I'm in the bed between, by like 1, I shut it down, try somewhere in between there. And then if I wake up around 5, 6, 7, I'm good. But if I wake up at 3 in the morning, I know I need to wake up. I know I need to, but like I cannot sleep because my brain is, it goes. So yes, the sounds help at times, but I cannot just easily, okay,
I've
I
also
got
been
more
doing
hours
like
to get.
ashwagandha and chamomile tea. So chamomile
Okay.
tea has been
So
helping me
maybe the
go to sleep at
ashwagandha.
night and it's
Yeah.
allowing me to sleep longer.
Yeah.
And so
That's
chamomile
an
tea,
interesting
I
one.
got that to start drinking at night. And then before I used to do ashwagandha with the stress and the anxiety to keep me more at a calm pace. I'm in a calm pace. That's why I had it earlier today to start my day because I knew it was going to be a busy day. But chamomile tea at
Yeah.
night has really been helping me with sleeping and
Okay.
resting and knowing that as soon as I turn something on or I close my eyes and I start my deep breathing, then I'm
Yeah.
going to go into a sleep and I don't even realize I'm going to sleep.
I'm gonna try the ashwagandha chamomile tea. I could drink that. That's not gonna. That's no different. I could drink a mint tea, a chamomile. I can drink any tea. I can drink a coffee, and if I'm really tired, I can sleep. Those things, or like, or stay awake. Like coffee doesn't make me stay awake. So if I'm tired, I'm a drinking and I'm asleep. But chamomile tea is not gonna make me specifically tired. But I
So
will
I would take a
try the
magnesium
ashwagandha.
bath. and drink some chamomile tea. And that
Yeah.
would be the way, I believe. Or
I'm
ashwagandha
gonna try
at
the
the same.
ashwagandha. I'm gonna try the
I would do
ashwagandha.
that. I would say the
Yeah.
magnesium bath though, and the ashwagandha, and I think those two would be a good combination to see your
Mm,
body
the-
relax and to go into a
yeah.
state where you should be able to rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the ashwagandha. And the only reason I said that one, because that one is an interesting one. Where the people around you are like, girl, it's not always about business. Um,
It's
right now it is.
not.
Right now for me it is. So yeah, it is.
But
And
what do
it's
you
like,
always say? You are the brand. You are the business. So if you, it's you before it's the business because it's you. But
absolutely, but I'm
but
not
I got you.
like, there's things that I want to get done, right? And if I have to choose hanging out at a party, unless it's like family related or
That part.
whatever the situation. Today there was a get together, and I mean, whatever. But if I have to choose, I don't know what it is, something to do or getting these goals done. Right now, this we're talking about sustainability. We are talking about like livelihood. So for me, I will be like, listen, I'll see you in September. Right? I'll see you in September because for me, it's not aligning with my top 3 goals right now. So the it's not about business. I probably will not be on the phone with you that long because that's not what it's about for
And that's a
me
good thing.
personally right
I
now.
don't see that as
Yeah.
a bad thing though.
No, 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 no. Just,
Especially if
being
it's not
real for
productive
myself.
conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, girl.
We
I
don't
cannot
we're going
with
back
this
to
mouth.
time. We're going back to
Yeah.
time and organization. Remember, time is the most valuable resource. So if that time is not being well spent in a way to help you or serve you in any way, shape,
Mm,
form, or fashion, then that's like
you don't
watch how they handle you.
yeah.
Let's
You don't
go.
want to know. Ah,
Let's go. Y'all, if you know
mhm.
someone who struggles with painful periods, chronic pain, not even always when it's their menstrual cycle, but pain that they feel throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, and people who just have a hard time with managing stress. What I want you to do is I want you to send them this YouTube video if you're following Four Vibrations, or any of my podcast episodes. In the description, there's the M to the third degree healing empowerment guide. Mindset, mindful eating, movement. Each component
Mm,
has a video, and I'm telling you and breaking it all down. It goes with the phases of your cycle. What I want you to do is try this intentional approach to do things how your body is naturally going through the phases. All right. So there's 4 different phases. I got you with different mindset activities, different recipes, different foods, different herbal teas, different exercises you can do through each phase of the cycle. And that goes through
yummy.
a typical
Jeez.
4-week phase. And if you're able to be intentional and show up, I just want you to see, did this work for your body? And do it for at least 3 months straight and see the difference that it goes for you. If there is a difference, if there's not a difference, but I want you to get it. It's absolutely free right now.
Mhm.
It's not going to be free for long. Also, if you're looking for a community of people that just are vibing and they want to adopt healthy habits and lifestyle changes, and they want to do it with other people and take it one step at a time, not trying to change everything overnight, come have some grace. Click the link in the description, do the questionnaire, the interest form, and let me know. Join the wait list, what it is that you're looking forward to, because I want to go on this healing journey with you. I feel better when I do things with other people. I feel more empowered. I get more inspired, and the accountability is off the chain. So check the links in the description of this video and check out forvibrations.com, y'all. Products to help with painful periods, needed products, but also merch to support the channel, the business, the vibes. I would so appreciate it if you would get something off of the forvibrations.com shopping site. And don't forget that episode 48 just dropped yesterday of the Empowered Place, Empowered Lives podcast with Janine, The Journey with Janine. And it was a whole vibe, y'all. That was an amazing conversation. Absolutely enjoyed it. We just flowed. Go
I
ahead,
hear
Sheree.
that. Well, I was going to close us off with,
Do the thing.
and then I'll come back and talk about me for a bit. But I
Come
just
through because
pulled
I'm losing
one.
my light.
Oh, girl. Yes, I keep forgetting about the phone. Okay, so refuel was our word, which I think is very,
Refuel?
yeah, which is very applicable for this conversation. An empty tank will take you absolutely
Mm,
nowhere. So
mm.
take some time to refuel. And if I could smack the camera with the card, like, I would, but refuel is our word. And
Y'all, an empty tank won't take you nowhere.
what I love about these cards when we end, it's like they always hit. They always hit. They always hit. So that's the message for today. For me, if you are in the Toronto area and you really want to get your message out there because you got something you want to talk about, you want to get on the mic, it does not have to be video. This week, I had a couple of clients in here and one of them just got really emotional about their journey and they just talked about being diagnosed um, with like MS and how it completely changed their life. And that's not my episodes, that's their first episode. And we had a couple of other ladies in here doing their own episode just about their own spiritual journey. And for me, I felt gratitude to be able to foster such a place where people feel comfortable just talking about their message. The one lady, she just kind of started crying. And we were here, and she had her friend here as well for support. Um, and at the very end, both groups of people, clients, like thanked me for the space. But it was more about them feeling comfortable to get it out, to get that message out. And I think that's what I love about podcasts because it is a conversation, right? So if you are thinking about podcasting and you need some help with your journey, follow me at Perspective Studio Productions on Instagram. Follow me here on Black Print Com on the YouTube channel. We talk about other things. You'll also see my episodes for Voices and Vibes. But I have so much content, but as I said, I've been really busy. So it's like trying to get it out. But I want to be able to help you on your journey, right? So if you're a business and you're looking for video production and you're in the Toronto area, feel free to reach out. And Nina is saying goodbye. She's got to go. Bye, Nina. It was great meeting you.
Later,
Um,
Lena. Finish the week
Definitely,
strong.
absolutely, definitely join us again next week, Nina. We go live every Thursday at 8. Sometimes we're in between the 8 and 9 p.m. hour Eastern Standard Time, but definitely follow us. But yeah, if you need help with your journey when it comes to getting your message out, it does not need to be video. It could be audio only, or even if you have a message that's very confidential, but you want somebody to be the voice, we are going to have a new segment where we can be the voice for you, right? So sometimes we go through intimate things, but we know that somebody can benefit from hearing that message. And right now, I'm actually personally speaking to women at the moment until we get a guy that can participate on the men's side. But we want to help you get that message out. And we've had a few people reach out already with their stories, and we will be that voice for them as well. So I just felt so cherished to be able to do that and just gratitude for those type of clients. But yeah, follow us on Perspective Studio Productions. And you can always check out blackprint.com for products as well by smaller businesses. And we are producing our first pilot for a whole new segment. It is going to be amazing. The work that's going behind it is crazy. And so that's all I got for this week. So thank you again for joining us on Herbal Tea Thursday. Giovanni, before the sun goes completely down, any last parting words, girl?
Y'all, take it one day at a time, but don't forget that time is your most valuable resource. So start owning it because it's all yours. Y'all, I love you. I thank you. Thanks for vibing with us, y'all.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the evening. See you next week.